and welcome back to a brand new series of Mount & Blade Warband Bannerlord 2. Just to pre-warn you, the content here is actually sped up just because I played a lot of the game and I didn't really want to cut too much out, so I've sped it up like I did in the old videos just to make kind of a 20-minute video here. So first of all, a big thanks to all the new subscribers. You've been really amazing, engaging with me, giving your comments, giving your opinions and everything like that, and then obviously allowing me to be able to try and answer your questions, try and give you my opinions too. You've been awesome. If you are new to the channel, make sure to please like and subscribe. It really does mean a lot and it really does help out the channel. This channel has grown very decent over the last couple of months and I just kind of want to keep going on that kind of momentum there. So make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure to put your comments down below. I do read them, I do respond to them. You can go back through all the other videos and you see all the conversations that I have with people as well. So big news here. So I did promise this a couple of times. I have got finally a new setup, so I have a proper gaming rig now, so I am actually able to try and pump out a bit more content, a bit more quality content as well, and try and play some more series and with, you know, with better graphics and everything like that. So I do have that set up. Obviously there's going to be a few kinks here and there to try and learn everything. This is all a big learning curve. I've had to completely swap over systems. I've had to get a completely different video editor, which is now being fun right now. So bear with me, but we will be having quite a few new series. Try and sort out some streams. I need to sort out the internet and try and just get a long enough cable to put into the back of the PC here. But we will be playing a few more games. So I kind of want to play some new series like, well, I know they're not really new to the world, but new to the channel at least. So I want to play Jurassic World Evolution. I do have also the DLC for that for Return to the Jurassic Park, so that could be fun. I do want to continue playing Civilization 5, especially with the new Frontier Pass and all the little DLCs that I've got with that, because I think it's a brilliant game. But main thing is, what would you like to see on the channel as well? What new series or new games would you like to see? Put them below. Obviously, if it's something I kind of want to play, more than happy to try and do it within, obviously, in the future. Also, would you like me to continue doing the old Mount & Blade Warband game? Obviously, I do want to carry on trying to play it, but is that content that you would still be interested in? That are the main questions right now. So I have brought Ned Stark back to life in Bannerlord 2. It was Ned Stark in the other game, so it's Ned Stark again in this huge, massive new game. So this is really a video of the first impressions that I've got of this, because I've only played at least 3 hours at most of this game, and at the moment it's very fun, very intriguing, and quite difficult. It is challenging in more ways than one, maybe, than the last game. But overall, the looks and graphics are completely amazing, completely different to what we were used to. The world looks much bigger, and it does feel much bigger. However, they have actually added a speed button, so you can actually speed the game up as you're trying to obviously travel in the world. It seems like they've upgraded the audio, obviously added a lot more songs, music and clips to it, but they've also kept a lot of the classic ones that we've come to love in the old Mount & Blade games. They've made a lot of improvements to the game, especially when it comes to sorting your inventory out or ransoming prisoners off. Gone are the days of searching each and every tavern for a ransom broker. Every tavern in this game has one. You can go straight up to that big town, click on the tavern and ransom a player off straight away. It is brilliant. It's a lot quicker, and in the inventory, when you're going to trade with people, you can narrow down what is in your inventory and what is in their inventory. It speeds up the whole process. Instead of having to go to different traders, you get it all on one menu, but you can just highlight. It just highlights the specifics of which one that you kind of wanting to go for. They've also increased the amount of NPCs, so you don't just have obviously your lords and ladies, you have also your craftsmen, your traders, and they give you some very good quests, and they can give you some good amount of loot for that type of them quests there. and they obviously will then hold relations with you, so they are going to be an important factor in the game. However, because of this factor with the relations, these lot are a very bitchy lot, and they can easily fall out with you, and each quest you take on has the potential to upset another trader or craftsman in that town or other towns, and majority of the quests will have an impact on the others, like I say, or the standing with the law. If you break the law in that town, you're obviously outlawed, and you either obviously have to surrender and take corporal punishment, or you have to bribe them to come back in, be able to actually walk around again. So this is a very intriguing new factor of the game. I do like it very much, but it's kind of also a touch annoying in places when you're just trying to do a quest for some gold, and it can obviously impact your relations, and probably down the line it's going to massively play with how you go around in the game. Now, the lords and ladies, don't even bother with them trying to talk to them at the very start until you have gone up a tier for your clan status. This is a kind of like a new built-in thing with your renown, I believe, and probably your right to rule as well. It's being just combined into a kind of clan status with your renown. They don't want to know you until your renown is at least tier 1, and therefore it is actually quite important to getting your renown up, as it is in the other game, but it is a bit of a grind to do this. Just trying to chase down looters, barbarians, all that type of thing is quite annoying, but obviously it's necessary. But you don't get a ton of renown out of this, but you do get some decent loot, and you can train up your troops quite quickly there as well, so that's not a bad thing right now. The other good factor is that no matter where you go, so you could go to a town, you could go to a village, you can recruit troops from any of these areas. So this is a very good factor that they've added to the game. Obviously, if you go to a bigger town, then yeah, you've actually got a chance of recruiting more troops and come to a village. The higher leadership, status that you have, the more troops that you've got potentially to recruit there. So they've got a lot of good factors in this, and it's very early days for myself, and I know it's still technically on pre-release. The game is, but it looks good. But I will be obviously learning this as we play, because there are a lot of factors that are completely different. But at the end of the day, it is just another Mount and Blade warband. So the same old factors do apply with how you work this game, how you get relations, how you train your troops and have a little band and everything like that. My main disappointment at the moment though is this is still meant to be Calradia, however you want to pronounce it, but it's not the same map and it's not the same factions. I would have enjoyed it if they obviously expanded the map but kept the map the same, kept the same factions, or if they wanted, obviously kept the main lot of factions and then just included extra, so potentially you had even more factions obviously to your north, or especially to your east, so you actually had more factions out that way, or to your south, so you had some more factions that died off at some point, and then we get to the game that we know today, because obviously there is a bit of a history to this one. At the moment it seems like they've overcomplicated certain areas, especially with, like I say, with the factions, and I believe that it seems like they've got a bit of a kind of faction tree of, this is the faction like the Western Empire now, and then they've got obviously a tree, so you've got your overall king, and then you've got your high lords, I think, and then you've got your smaller lords and vassals and all that type of thing, which is, it is a good component, but to start out with, as a new player to the game, it is very daunting. You don't always know who's actually with which faction, as it were. You'll understand, because although on the map all the banners are obviously the same colour for a certain area, they've got obviously different sigils, but that'll be to do with who the lord is and what their sigil is. But it's kind of confusing. Instead of all being, it's just confusing overall at the moment. But I feel like as the game goes on, that will obviously you won't notice that as much. You'll settle into the game, which is what I'm hoping. But at the moment, as a new player it is quite disappointing and daunting and everything like that. So thank you very much for watching. Please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, answer all them questions below, and like I say, make sure if you have enjoyed this content and you are new to the channel, please make sure to hit that like button, that subscribe button. It really does help out, it really does mean the world, and I hope you're all keeping safe. Alright, thank you very much for watching.